I'm gonna get the hang of this one of these days. You're the only one here, Paul. Nobody else likes these. I hope so. Okay, so we will call to order the rescheduled regular select board meeting for Tuesday, March 10th, 2026 at 6 p.m. For so long, whatever. I put the organizational stuff at the very first, but I want to go down and review the agenda because I think we're going to change a couple of things and then we'll come back to organization. I talked to Paul Kindle and he said scratch the planning commission discussion. He thought they were okay unless we had something new, and I didn't think we had anything new, so I told him, don't worry about it. If that's okay with everybody. And then I got an email today, and I think Paul was on this, from Kyle Katz about the tier 1 opt-in stuff for the zoning. They want that done by the end of the month, so we might throw that under old business in the place of the planning board and decide what we do with that. For the East Braintree designation. And I think that's it. Just make sure there's nobody in the waiting room. Okay, anybody else have anything?
No, sir.
All right, let's organize ourselves. We have quite a bit, so people are going to have to help me because I was not there to. If somebody took notes on who's going where and how.
Oh, I have to start with 2A.
Yes. That's you, Lou?
Did you step up, be chair?
I mean,
How about this?
I mean, keep him as.
No. How about this? I'll do it, because I don't mind running the meetings and stuff, and I don't think you want to do that.
well, I don't mind that either.
Okay. Then what are you worried about?
I mean, effectively being the second mayor, Mayor 1, Mayor 2
Yeah,
of the town.
yeah.
Like, that's the part that I just don't have the capacity for.
Okay, so I will do it. If you'll be vice chair and and help me out a lot. Because my time is the issue.
Yeah. I know, and then, there's, your family demands. And I would like not to complicate those.
Hey, listen, Megan got a lot of emails that were just.
You dragging me into.
No, but I think,
So-
what has helped, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Megan, but I think what helped with that in the last probably year is that we just don't respond to them anymore. Or it's the blanket, come to a meeting, we'll talk about it.
And we
Right.
read them at the meeting, so we can act on them as a whole.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but we don't act on them unless they're sitting here.
Or it's something that we feel
Legit.
after reading, yeah. I mean, we've got a need for a chair. And I want to help out, but I want to be able to do it well. I mean, I love your suggestion of you be chair and I'll be a good vice chair.
Okay.
But does that, we could flip it around.
That'll keep me out of trouble. Why don't we do that now? And then next year, if we want to change it, we can change it, or in the meantime, if it looks untenable, we can change it.
Okay, I like that. And if that presents family or work issues for you, just re-raise it and we can revisit.
Does anybody else have an objection?
No.
The problem with it is
The
the road commissioner piece.
road commissioner.
What are we doing about that? Cause I will get in trouble if I go home and I'm in the chair.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm already gonna get in a little bit of trouble.
All right, where's the cornet?
Is it her? Or is it Colin?
I think I'm
I
really
would-
qualified for the
No one is.
job.
He's right.
You are now.
No
I was
one
gonna
is.
say, you're
A lot
not
of it-
proficient in it, so you say that like you didn't do the job well.
You know, the road commissioner really can't make any decisions anyway.
No.
Okay? So it's not like it's a huge deal.
And mainly what it is if he calls. Which is not very often, if he calls. And says, this is what's going on. It's to use you as a sounding board, okay? So that's the first thing. The other thing is. And we're trying to shift this, and I think it started shifting a little bit toward Chris, is the grant management. But mostly that's receiving emails from Rita and knowing what grants are happening when. And helping him decide which ones to go for.
Which ones we should go for?
But it's not, that's the most time
And
intensive
I mean,
part.
we wanna go for as many as possible.
So it's sort of keeping the dates and that's about it. And we're getting Chris, and I don't mind helping with it. Getting Chris into the flow of, because he's over there and sees it all, of starting to fill out the grant applications and then
Rita does some of them anyway.
the grants and aid and stuff.
All you gotta do is, I have to do it actually. Come up with how estimated time, how long it's gonna take. With each machine, truck. How many loads.
If you don't wanna do it, I think I can convince Colin to do it because. It sort of plays into his like IT and mechanical brain, so. I don't care, you can think about it, it doesn't have to be decided tonight. But eventually I'm gonna have to not be road commissioner.
Yeah, and so,
Well, you're not now,
Well,
because we have to reorganize. So we're gonna
I
skip
didn't,
that.
I didn't
We'll
give
wait.
that, I didn't give that position up yet. Not until somebody takes it.
I don't want you to go home and tell your wife the road commissioner, for
No,
Christ's sake.
I'll just tell her I made Colin do it.
right, but
Right.
let's revisit the chair issue
Okay.
in light of all of this.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we're trying, we have a problem that we have to solve.
We have many.
But,
But, go ahead.
No, please, not yet.
No, you listen.
It's really not that hard being chair. I mean, like Lauren said, like, I get emails from residents or whatever. That all goes to Jesse. I mean, when people walk in the door, I mean, I feel like Jesse gets like.
Well, they come pay their taxes, they're probably complaining about something, I'm sure.
I think that the flow of issues and complaints goes through the town clerk's office. Much more frequently before it comes through the select board, and then Jessie raises it here if she needs to. Is that correct?
Yes, like today, after speaking with Lauren, the complaint I got, I called somebody else and it was all taken care of.
Great,
Just like that.
and yeah, like
We-
I
Lauren.
really couldn't see it, I couldn't see it was my problem, that's why I said.
We problem solved together.
Yeah,
That's not.
So,
No,
But it's.
I know what you do.
I mean,
Anytime,
honestly,
anytime
it's
Jesse has
the
problems,
one
calls me anyway.
stuff that comes up, it's we wanna buy a gravel pit.
It's the guy across the road who's still
Or,
filtration systems.
right, exactly, it's the random stuff that comes up that you're not expecting. I mean. Paul's on board, he's coasting, like he's set, like there's. Prior to that, I was a
And that's-
lot busier.
And that's what I'm getting at is that I'm gonna need help with somebody to like take on a project when those weird things.
Okay, but when that happens, that is like a more of an all hands on deck situation, it's just that you have to figure out who's gonna do what.
Right, you have to take responsibility for managing the project,
Yeah,
right?
you can't predict it, and Lou, maybe you would be better at delegating than I was.
I'm gonna delegate the hell out of it.
That's why I want the chair, I want to be the delegate. No, so. I wanna do what makes most sense to you, cause right now on the board, you're shouldering the bulk of the board's responsibility. Right? And you have, you three have a lot less time than I do. So I want to try to
That's
help.
why I pointed at him, I said.
Well, I
you
know, but it's also, Lauren, it's not just that I'm
Yeah.
retired and I have a lot of time. I am talking genuinely about, my ability to be a project manager. Am I good enough at it,
Yeah.
And
You've seen that already.
Yeah, we've already seen that, Lou, but I think the other thing too is just, it's just being if anyone on the board is gonna know what every single item on the agenda is about and what you need to successfully get through each item, that's the chair. And so it's like taking time
Yeah.
way prior to the meeting to like look through and be like, okay,
Yeah.
like Paul's got whatever he's got going on covered, Jesse's got her stuff covered. The board has their items covered, if it's documents, if it's background material, whatever. Like, it's just making sure that all of that is good and taking the time before the meeting to do that and then running the meeting based on all of that. Like, that's really, I think, the core function of the chair. Is just to be able to know what is going on
right,
across the board.
Let's try this. I think it's fine. The road foreman thing will work itself out. I'm less concerned about that. So
I'm not very concerned about it either.
let's try it this way, and then if you guys wanna boot me or we wanna switch places, we can do that anytime. It's not like these are set in stone.
for sure.
Okay.
What do you
Yeah,
got?
there's anything that says you can't change midway through the
Right.
year.
And you like starting off with the chair.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, and I will accept the nomination of the vice chair and will do my damnedest to elect.
I appreciate that. Yeah, cause, yeah. We'll be all right. Normal meeting schedule.
So who did the nominations?
Oh, yeah.
Are we nominating people? Do we have to nominate people or do we just?
We have to officially elect you into the,
Yeah,
That's officially nominated. So I nominate Daniel to be the chair.
second.
Don't tell your wife I said that.
I'm gonna tell her.
It's definitely not gonna be in the minutes.
I'm gonna have her read the minutes.
All those in favor?
All right,
I'm not voting.
Aye,
Okay.
great.
But you can tell her that I did nominate Lou to start with.
I will nominate Lou to be vice chair.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Lou gonna get a vote. Okay, normal meeting schedule. Does anyone wanna change it from the first and third Monday? First,
Tuesday.
Tuesday, and third Tuesday, sorry.
Work.
No,
Okay, do we have to vote on that or does it just stay?
yep.
So. I'll make a motion that the normal meeting schedule for the select board be the first and third Tuesday of each month at 6 p.m. At the town office.
Second.
All those in favor?
All right.
Oh, I did the meeting. Okay, location of meeting agenda and warning posting. Do we need to change where we're posting anything? You ready?
the law did change last year that we can choose a posting place that is outside of our town borders. So if we wanted to post one in Randolph somewhere, we can do that now.
I don't know if there's that
Not unless Chelsea wants to take one to
weird
work.
thing in.
yeah, I can post it at work.
Honestly, that might.
That's fine.
What's that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, there used to be a bulletin board right in front of Rite Aid, but that's gone, they've got that.
Yeah, there's one in front of Northfield, but it's like locked, right?
Right.
Yeah.
you can't Get to it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, other than.
I don't
Who controls
know.
that bulletin board? I
I
don't
think it's the
even-
Chamber of Commerce.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't have to ask them permission
No,
to get in
no.
there.
Every week, yeah, well, that's too bad, cause it would be nice to not, I mean. I would argue that the town, no one looks at the town hall, but.
I was gonna say, yeah, I don't think
I
anyone
don't
stops
think-
at the
I
town
don't
hall
think
to read the.
Nobody looks.
At least I was saying, there's people walk by it on a regular
Nobody
basis.
looks at the town hall unless they have a special event.
Yeah.
If they're really serious about looking and see what we're gonna talk about, they can look online.
Mhm.
That's what most people do.
So
Right,
that's the most of, right.
Is there a certain number of places we have to have it posted? Three.
Right now we have 3. You
Yeah.
could give up one, you could give up the town hall and put it at Weaver or something if you want.
I don't care.
If we think it needs more views or we get more views.
I do see a lot of Braintree folks.
Where's your bulletin board, Chelsea?
There's one in the front and there's one in the back.
I don't know, what do you guys wanna do? Or just leave it, leave it where it is.
How about do we leave it?
I put it at the
Alright.
cork board at the brewery and I was still technically in Braintree.
Yeah, I know that we keep it at town hall,
Yeah.
town office and school.
Second.
Second. All those in favor?
Alright,
Local newspaper of record, make a motion, that we make the Herald the local newspaper of record.
Second.
All those in favor?
alright,
Oh my goodness, okay, leads for area of select board responsibility. Who's doing what?
I'll take budget. Lead,
Oh, good. Okay, who wants to work with Lou on the budget? I don't mind doing it unless somebody wants to do it.
From there anyway.
Great.
Yeah, cause you're gonna have to do the road stuff,
yeah,
alright? Let's make it you guys. Cause that's a big one.
Mhm.
Oh, my
Right, you're a
goodness.
citizen.
And then who else do we have?
Kate.
Where do
I was gonna say, what are the other?
we have them? Are they in the packet? Find them in my email somewhere.
No, they're
Town
not
hall.
in the packet.
Town hall's one, right?
What?
The town hall,
The select, the areas of responsibility.
yeah.
Oh,
Do we wanna say
yeah,
that
there's like grants, there's.
There's grants, I know, I'm trying to put,
grant, like buildings and grounds, kind of,
there is, yeah.
to cover like just campus stuff,
Yeah.
da 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 da. Wanna call it buildings and grounds? Something.
Let me see what I
I
have.
have some-
Where did you keep them, Megan? You had like a list.
There was a list, I'll get to it right now.
No, I can't find it now.
Go to last Marches.
I was just gonna say, probably go to last year's first,
Last March minutes.
yeah.
The minutes of the March. Minutes of March. 5 minutes, here we go. Highway grant evaluation, capital plan and budget, town hall, sorry.
Hold on, you are moving too fast.
Oh, sorry, highway,
Yeah,
grant evaluation,
yeah.
capital plan and budget. Town office and town hall improvements. Personnel evaluation and oversight.
Okay. Highway? I'll do highway.
Well, why wouldn't whoever.
Whoever, yeah.
The road.
Okay, well,
Well, you're technically
I'll be
on.
second on whoever, I'll be second on that, but we usually put
And
two
keep in
zero.
mind, Colin's not here, so that
Right.
just automatically gets him put wherever you want him to be.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
Colin's not
thanks
here
for that reminder
I know, he's
of
not,
parliamentary procedure. That's true.
So,
but,
Yeah, well, you know, to Jesse's point, we can vote on that, and if he doesn't want it, we can undo it, but we can get it
make a
done.
road commissioner. So let's give, do you want the highway portion? I got an idea for you. Can you be
Right.
personnel?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Yes,
I thought you,
feels more in my wheelhouse than,
that's exactly what I thought, so that's why I was
Oh,
gonna
no.
suggest that.
yes.
Who wants to
I
help?
mean, I would have
with
done it, but.
I'll,
Cause it can't be him.
I'll help.
Okay. So that's Chelsea and Lou, Lou and Lauren, okay, grants, I'll do grants, I've done that traditionally,
Mhm.
so I'll keep up with that. We'll make Colin the highway guy, and maybe the road commissioner,
Paul's been keeping up with the grant.
yeah,
So if
Yeah.
Colin is highway guy and maybe road commissioner, because he was a lister, sorry, an auditor,
Oh, okay.
is he a good second grant evaluation?
yeah, that's where I put it,
Oh, okay, sorry.
just for fun, I put him there, okay, and then we need town office and town hall.
I can stay on with
I've been
it.
doing the town
Yeah.
hall.
That's you too?
Yeah, that's what it was last year.
That's actually a pretty even split. Everybody got two things.
So
Good.
I met the guy who was painting. I've never met him before. The guy who's supposed to be doing the painting
One,
work.
two.
Paul, is it?
Paul.
Paul, yeah.
Yeah.
Came up to the brewery last weekend.
yeah,
is
I got,
Oh,
I got Derek Marusi to do the fireboards that are up.
nice.
He's gonna do that.
We'll have to keep an eye on. Mhm.
On my project.
And fix it, so the water's not.
When's he coming for that? I'm getting a little sidetracked. Do we have to vote on this? Do we ever vote on this?
Yeah, we
Mhm.
voted on it last year. Who's the second
So who's
to
voting?
Colin in the highway?
Me.
List. Overall list.
And who has the town office and town hall?
That is Chelsea and Lou.
Thank you.
No,
Chelsea,
Chelsea and Lauren, sorry, Chelsea and Lauren.
Yeah, I would just read them all off and just say that
And
we all.
everybody has two responsibilities, so we did this pretty
Great.
well. Okay, so I'll make a motion that the responsibility for the highway section lie with Colin and myself. And the grants will be myself and Colin. Budget and capital responsibilities lie with Lou and Lauren. The town office and town hall will be Chelsea and Lauren. And the personnel matters will go to Chelsea and Lou.
Great. Second.
All those in favor?
alright,
Aye.
We're all figuring this out. I think that's.
running like clockwork.
I
We're all
think
just
that's a
like,
good way to
"Sounds
second
good."
everything. I'm fine with that.
Uh,
Review and vote on slate of town appointed officials. Okay.
There we go.
Lou's got notes.
Hmm.
Yeah, Linda wanted to be appointed or something. Yeah, well,
Who?
team saw you too, though.
Who?
Linda Doan.
Say again?
Linda Doan,
Yes,
she wanted to be appointed for something.
planning commission,
Man,
Mm.
and
Oh, nice.
Walter Scott also wants a spot on the planning commission.
Great.
And Annie Massey wants a slot on the conservation commission. But I think you're the expiring one, or is,
5-year term for Conservation Commission.
you're expired.
Says
That's the-
3-year.
Oh, well, when I looked it up online, because we were talking about the cemetery commission being 5 years, the Conservation Commission, from what I looked up, is also a 5-year. But I know,
Just keep-
that's okay if I was expiring,
I
that's
just keep it as
great.
3 years.
But I will also tell you that Joan is not there anymore and neither is Steven Sanders.
Okay,
It's Gina, Paul, myself, and Marlis Eddy. That are current members of the Conservation Commission.
and
It's
who?
Sanders Steven, not Steven Sanders.
Sanders,
Oh, yeah,
but that person still has a slot, they just happen not to come very often.
they have not come since I have been part of the Conservation Commission.
Well, it expired, right? Expired in 26.
Well, mine expired.
It's hard to say. All right. So,
So are you back and?
I can take a back seat and Annie can have my, right, you said Annie? Massey?
Yeah.
Yeah. If mine expired in 2025, because the other people have not officially. You know,
and
resigned from any role, so.
What is this meeting or that?
That date went in as 2025. So doesn't matter how many times you look at this thing.
I'm pretty sure, I'm gonna look it up again, cause we got in a whole discussion about it at the last Conservation Committee meeting.
so how about we do this? It looks like Chelsea is expired. What if we restate the Conservation Commission, including Annie Massey?
Yeah.
And then we can check in with them on whether those people want their positions, right? But let's comprise a full
We'll put
one
them on
with
there now.
Annie right now.
Yeah.
It's 4 years.
And then on planning
It's a 4-year
commission,
term.
we have, Malcolm resigned, Jen Phipps resigned, Jackson Evans resigned. And so we need 3 people. We have 2 who have stepped up.
I thought you were gonna be on there.
Walter Scott and Linda Doan.
Thought Paul Kendall wanted you on there. Have you been appointed? Did we already
No.
appoint?
Have not been appointed.
You want to be on there, or would you like, there's no minimum? No,
I don't wanna be on there right now.
Okay, it's fine with me. So we're short one person.
Yep,
Don't hold it.
no,
So we'll
Walter.
keep
I don't,
looking.
I thought you were
Yeah.
looking at me like die.
I'm looking at you for just good vibes,
Okay.
that's all.
We're hoping. We're hoping you're not judging us too much. Okay. Yeah, we'll just keep looking for that.
Mhm.
Okay, the other ones that were vacant was EC Fiber.
What does that job entail?
Nobody really knows.
It can stay vacant.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
You guys
that, if
did
you're
it.
just like the liaison in case.
You go sit at a board meeting and listen. And then,
An alternate EC fiber rep.
and an alternate, that's right. The truant
I'll
officer
be
is
one.
vacant. Have we ever had a truant officer?
Yeah. It used to be, Walt was it for a while.
Did Walt just go around rounding up kids or something?
Pretty sure no one should.
Anything.
Steve Broussard. He's not here, is he?
Nominate him.
Just use the van, just throw them on the van.
Yeah.
Okay, so besides. Besides Annie on conservation and Walter and Linda on planning, who else do we need to appoint to something? We're gonna deal with the other one next.
We need EC fiber rep, I'll be it.
We don't need to be that.
Okay. We leave them vacant?
Mhm.
I think
Oh,
so,
okay.
we'll keep looking.
Good, we'll keep looking. And truant officer, we're gonna keep looking.
There's no money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You understand, there's no money.
okay, so I guess I'll make a motion that we appoint Annie Massey to the Conservation Commission in the place of Chelsea Brown, whose term expired.
Second,
All those in favor?
Like,
Okay, and then I would make a motion that we appoint Walter Scott to the 3-year term on the planning commission previously held by Malcolm Fitzpatrick. And Linda Doan to the term previously held by Jennifer Phipps on the planning commission.
something.
All those in favor?
alright,
Okay. So the next point of business is that we received an email from Colin Evans resigning his position as auditor because he cannot hold the office of auditor and select board. So we need to appoint someone in his place, and I think the plan was that we would appoint Peter Reed.
Yes.
He's agreed to that.
Mhm.
So I will make a motion that we appoint Peter Reed to be
So we
the
need to
auditor.
accept the resignation first.
Do we have to?
I think so, don't we?
like,
That'd be a good idea.
Okay, so I'll make a motion, we accept Colin's resignation
Subject.
from the position of auditor. All those in favor?
I,
alright,
Okay, now I'll make a motion that we appoint Peter Reed to fill Colin Evans's place as auditor.
second, oops,
All those in favor?
I,
alright.
Okay. I don't know what that term is. Go ahead.
Question, so are you going to? Like Grace's term expires in 2026 and so. I mean, in the past, I've heard you just say we'll reappoint the slate as.
Listed.
the remaining positions.
Right.
Because they expire at the end of the fiscal year.
Well,
Yeah, there's a text from last year's minutes saying on a motion seconded by the board unanimously approved the reappointment of the remaining list of representatives with no changes from last year.
Oh, okay. In addition to adding new people, I had a recollection that we did something like that. Okay, so I'll make a motion that we reappoint all those. What was it? Can you
Sure,
Are there any other terms though that are expiring this year from folks that need to?
Well, Linda Doan on DRB, John Richmond Hall on DRB.
So are you so you're reappointing them to fill? new terms.
I guess so.
So that's the question. Their term expires in 2026.
Nancy Birchfield on Cemetery
Is that
Commission.
like today?
She was elected, those are elected,
Yeah,
Okay,
so you don't have to do anything on that side.
oh, sorry, that's elected, my bad.
So that's fine if you're not reappointing everybody, but I think you need to like reappoint Grace, cause her term expires, so. I mean, when does it expire? It doesn't it expire
Mark.
Oh,
Meeting-ish, right?
like now,
Yeah, kind
I think,
Yeah, it went out at town meeting.
right,
of.
so.
Does she wanna be zoning administrator?
I don't care, she is, so, she's not here.
I feel like I made a Google Doc last year for this agenda item. It's like all coming back.
I remember doing this sort of thing where we just reappoint everybody that's expiring. But I don't know the best way to word the motion.
Well, how about we do this? How about, we reappoint Grace as zoning administrator? And then let's leave Linda and Joan expired. I'll check in with them and find out if they want to be reappointed. Same thing with the Conservation Commission. I'll check in on those expiring people. We'll leave them vacant today.
And we redone the.
And
people that
we
expired.
fixed Planning Commission and we
Won't they
fixed.
give word if they don't wanna be there anymore?
No,
They have in the past, ain't they?
It's
yeah,
always good to check in.
If you're checking in with Joan, be sure to check in with her on Conservation Commission, cause.
Yep,
My
great.
understanding she doesn't show up, and I'm pretty sure that Paul Shriver said that Sandy Steven resigned.
Yes,
So, I don't know that you really need to check in with him, I think
Okay.
you just need to.
yeah, I don't think you need
We
to
gotta
check
find
in with
Somebody
Sandy.
else.
Okay,
so I'll make a motion to reappoint. Grace Persons as zoning administrator. As her term expired in 2026.
Second.
All those in favor?
all
Uh,
right,
Fine.
And then Lou, you're checking in with the other people.
yep. And then I move that we reappoint all the other appointed town officers from the list
We don't have to if their terms haven't expired, do we?
whose
A
terms
lot of
have
them are
not.
their terms.
Health officer, town service officer, all those.
Okay, I'll second your motion. All those in favor?
Fine.
Beauty.
Okay. Then we got the auditor. Now we're down to item I, which I think was something you had on here, Lou. Who needs an oath of office and how do we reach out to them to tell? Peter Reed does as auditor, right?
mhm.
Colin does as select board, Grace doesn't as zoning administrator, as far as I know.
If not, no.
Is there anybody else?
DRB? No, okay.
No, the ERB just shows up. I think that's it. Is
Okay,
there anybody new elected that has to do an oath of office?
I reach out to people who are elected, which I haven't.
Okay.
There's only a couple. Colin was just in here the other day, completely forgot to ask him. But Lauren has done his and Allison needs to do hers, and then I need to find a JP to come sign off on me. And I can't actually work right now, but I am.
But we can't do it?
No, no, I don't know. It's always been a JP. Used to be Richard and then Jackson started doing it for me, so.
Okay,
so are
I
you,
don't think it's you.
are you reaching out to Peter Reed to say you've been appointed as the
I
auditor?
don't have his contact.
I have his email address.
Information.
It's very hard.
Or would you like me to do it and copy you in? To stop in to get his oath done?
Yeah, why don't you, since you guys
Okay,
appointed him?
all right.
I'll talk to Colin, I mean, I'll walk over to his house.
Do you have his email address?
No. But I'm sure I can dig it up. If I can, I'll let him.
Alright, so we're on top of those two. Oh my goodness, Lou, what is this? Jay,
What is J? What is J?
Photo.
Oh, just,
Can
once
for
we
our
have a
website?
once we have a full board, let's just stand up, take a picture so we can get it on the website of all the people.
But I like the photo we have now.
Well, you can behave like that if
They
you
know who I am, trust me.
I did see that line
I bet
item
you
and I was like,
90%
well,
of the
it better not happen
people in
tonight.
this town know me.
Doesn't matter, Lou's
this
gonna
is
make you
for-
be in a photo.
This is for the other 10%.
Have your name thing.
That's what I said. I was like, I feel so official tonight.
That was his doing.
There's more people in this town know me than I know them.
Alright,
Sure,
alright.
but that's not the case with me, for instance. you
Alright,
know.
so I gotta wear nice clothes.
No, you don't.
Well, it's the next
They're
meeting.
not
that
gonna
we're-
recognize
It's like a business suit.
So
They're not gonna
typically
recognize.
misses a meeting each time and one of us zooms in, you know. we'll
Either
know
that or we can take it now, and we can Photoshop Colin. in.
No, we'll try
No.
next week.
Not today.
Okay. Tour of facilities for Colin, I'll take care of that,
All right,
and he's been around.
When
Only
you give
thing
him
for
that-
New for him to
When you
see.
give him that road commissioner position,
right.
you can give him the.
So Chelsea's bowing out of that one, okay. We already did the agenda. I think that's the end of our organization. It's haphazard.
It is.
disorganized.
We did it.
Citizens' comments.
That's why. it's-
That was good.
Approved minutes of the February 17th, 2026 regular select board meeting. Anybody have any edits?
I do not.
We'll make a motion, we approve.
Second,
All those in favor?
I,
I,
Citizens' comments. Jesse, you're in that.
Actually, is the owl working?
yeah,
Oh, okay, good. I never went and got the cord, Grace.
No, she
I
had
have it in
one
my
in
bag.
her bag. So,
Alright,
No,
well, the other
it's-
one's up at the town hall still.
yeah, I asked somebody to go get that, but they didn't.
Oh, I'll tell you about it in a minute. You remind me of something. I gotta remember now. Let me write it down for you.
That's amazing that you just had like a USB.
It's the same one that goes to my cell phone charger. Well,
No citizens' comments. Okay, Megan, would you like to do your MERP thing now so you go home?
I would, if you don't mind.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Since we made you sit here this long.
That's okay.
Good
You
opinion.
can't cut me off cold cookie, you
I
know?
did.
Alright, I don't know if Paul shared with you the Google sheet that I put together. So hopefully folks can open that up. Sorry, there's a lot of tabs. I was trying to kind of work through like every potential scenario in terms of combination of projects that the town might want to implement. With the funding.
it,
I don't think I
just,
saw
it
either.
was in the minutes, and Paul, when we have a link in the minutes. Can you figure out how to make it a live link on a PDF?
Sure. You mean like,
Like,
in minutes or in the packet?
Oh, sorry, in the packet, and minutes and agenda, if you've got a link to something that's on something, it's just not coming
Oh, it's in
across.
this email, I see.
do you want me to send it to you all again,
Yes,
with a
please.
link? Hold on,
I'll just look at Lou's with these guys are host.
Yeah,
hold on.
so, she divided it out, weatherization only, weatherization.
Oh my goodness, Megan.
Weatherization with heat, floor, limited rest,
I have it on my hand.
and so, and then here's weatherization only is number one. Weatherization garage heat, 111.
It's gonna take some studying.
Yeah, it's gonna take some
Okay.
studying.
Quick through it really quick.
Thanks.
And because I'm mostly curious to see if there's other scenarios that you're interested in exploring, but if you.
There's like 14 on your.
There's 6, okay, there's always 6. So if you go to the first tab under all projects, this is the, do you want me to plug my computer into the,
Yeah, do it. Oh, how it works.
then Lauren?
You get to watch more.
Oh, Jesus.
She's a member emeritus, so she gets to do these things.
Here. Might be more trouble there.
I think if you press Windows K, it might come up wireless then.
Otherwise, I just got it on my phone.
But smart TV should be able to wire.
Oh, there it is. This is my work computer, it's not that guy, so. Alright.
Okay. Stuff through.
So on the first tab, that is called all projects, I think it's gonna connect, it's just gonna take a second. The complete list, at least as I'm aware of it, is, um. Complete list of projects is there, and, so this includes the, town office insulation and air sealing, the window upgrade, which I confirmed with ACH Energy does include the windows themselves.
No,
And then the modification that we talked about out front. The town garage insulation is broken down by the insulation that they've recommended to be upgraded in the heated section. And then there's the unheated section, so those are divided now. And then there's the, just the floor replacement, so this would just be putting in a new concrete floor in the heated portion. And then there's two options for the pellet boiler system. There's the system that would include a radiant floor. And then there's a system that would not include a radiant floor, so it would just be like the forced air kind of heaters that are already there, but they've been hooked up to the pellet system. And then I also put on here just like a total guesstimate for replacing the toilet in the town office. And then the town hall thermostat replacement, because I don't think we've done that yet,
No.
right? So I just.
Oh, for the smart one.
Yeah, oh, there it is.
Been difficult to get somebody there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's on the screen now too.
Okay, here we go.
So those, I just kind of estimated based on kind of my general understanding of what it costs to do those things. And there is a $100 rebate for the thermostat, from Efficiency Vermont. So the full cost is listed first, and then there's a listing of incentives that are available. And then the cost after incentives is in column E. So I'm pretty sure this is kind of everything that we've talked about to date, but I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything that we.
So those are all the individual projects.
Yeah.
And
This
then
is the full scope of everything, and then I'll get into the scenarios, which kind of looks at things that we could tick off the list.
if we decided to do everything listed, it costs us $181,000.
No. I don't have a total listed here because I didn't think that that was a scenario. Well, also it can't be a scenario because the two things listed here. There's two options for the pellet boiler system, which we would only pick one of those, so. But I think one of the scenarios.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think there's one scenario that gets pretty close to everything. So I'm just gonna start going through them unless you have any questions.
No, I mean, you're looking at, it's the highest price on everything with incident, it's about $250,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you look at scenario one, this is just doing the weatherization work, this is no heating upgrades or anything else, so just building envelope. And this includes both the heated and the unheated portion of the garage. So if you chose to do this, you would use, your MERP funding for this work. And then you have the Efficiency Vermont incentives that you utilize as well, which is up to 10K or 75%, whichever is greater. But in this scenario, you leave $42,000 in MERP funding on the table
And when does the MERP funding have to be spent?
by the end of this calendar year.
We gotta act on this year.
So
Yeah.
we gotta make a decision
Right.
next month.
Yeah,
Right, so I'm just saying, if we do this one, we gotta apply eligible projects
Right.
for $42,000.
right, you gotta find
Yep.
something else that you wanna do. Okay, so scenario two, which I think is the most expensive scenario, looks at. Insulating the town hall, upgrading the windows, and excuse me, in the town office, upgrading the windows in the town office. Upgrading insulation in both the heated and the unheated portion of the garage. Replacing the floor, and then including in that replacement project, a radiant floor system. And if you did that, after you exhausted all of your MERP funding, you would still need to spend $111,284.
Of our town campus fund that has roughly what, 120 in it now? Something
No,
like that?
so if you go to the last tab, I put together, so scenario, so if you look at scenario two in this table. If you look at column D where it says town campus fund impact, so if you chose weatherization plus the radiant floor heating system in the town garage, which is the scenario we were just looking at.
Yep.
Your town campus fund would have remaining in it $91,716.
So that looks like our town campus fund has around 200,000 in it right
Jesse
now.
told me today it has $203,000.
Okay,
And that
cool.
includes the MERP money.
It does?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, where would our MERP money be?
Well, then this is,
Oh, we don't have it
Right?
yet.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we don't have the MERP money yet. We have, it's reimbursement. It's a reimbursement grant. Cause
Okay,
we deposited. Like the initial fund had
75,000.
75,000, and then we moved a really big portion of the ARPA funds. Into it. So I think the 203 is the initial balance plus the ARPA,
okay.
I think. I don't, sorry, I don't.
Or it's,
But
it was 115 as of the end of fiscal 25. Town campus fund.
But that, yeah, it shows the MERP money
Yeah.
moving in and out of it, so. So yeah, so if you look in FY 25, so we started with 85,245. We transferred in 136,783, I think was the ARPA balance. And there's also some interest earned last year. And then if in FY 26, you see the 137,128, which is the MERP coming in and then also going out. Under the town garage and office improvement slash weatherization, which we budgeted 200 for.
Yeah.
So if the 203 that Jesse gave me today is correct, then this table that you're looking at here is correct, but if it's not, then I can modify it, but based on that, you would still have 91,000 left in the town campus fund after you opted for weatherizing everything, replacing all the windows and installing the new pellet boiler and the radiant floor and the new concrete floor.
Which is the big enchilada.
That is the big enchilada. I think scenario two is the most expensive. If you look at scenario three, this is the same option except no radiant floor. So, but you're still replacing the floor because we really need to do that.
Right.
Like the
Yeah,
floor
yeah,
is
yeah.
failing. So you're still replacing the floor, but you can't use MERP funds for that in this instance because you're not installing the radiant.
But it still comes out of
But
it.
it still comes out of the town campus fund. You're still spending all your MERP funds anyway. Because you're spending enough on all the MERP eligible projects. But you're not doing the radiant floor, you're just doing the heaters, in both the spaces. And then you're spending, 93,944 of town funds. In this instance, so it's a little bit less expensive because you're not doing the radiant floor.
Much less expensive.
18,000.
That's it?
Yeah,
The
Yeah,
radiant floor only adds 18,000.
well, on balance because of the,
because you're
The
taking
incentives.
away, taking away a few of the heaters, so you're.
Yeah.
And the radiant floor really from like lime green heat's perspective is just all of the tubing and the infrastructure, and then Steve's gonna come in and pour concrete over that, you know, so it's, I mean, the floor is the concrete and all the plumbing,
That expense is there regardless.
right?
Mhm.
But, you know, Steve would have to work with lime green to coordinate, and then the lime green quote, if you look at it in detail, it also says that they'll do all of the like, insulation in the floor and like all the
Yeah.
components that you need basically to make the radiant floor do its thing, so.
and here's a classic stupid Lou question that I'm sure anyone in a large city could answer for me too, but. So radiant floor with all that huge heavy equipment in it, that's not a problem, right?
You pour concrete that's bridge, equal to bridge.
Got it.
Right, which I think is what Steve quoted, right, yeah,
Got it.
Which is what we're.
So really,
Yeah.
we can actually, with that concrete, drive on the concrete with chains and it won't hurt it, but
You don't want to.
I ain't gonna take chains,
Yeah, I think.
Right.
And a long ago when Jeff was here, we were doing this, it was the same, but out before we did that concrete.
that
with
happened to me too.
Yeah.
and
I can get more.
Cause
And like, that's a
it comes in
huge,
and goes.
not, like, that's a huge benefit, the radiant floor.
We think.
Well, heat wise, like, yes, but also just operationally in the place. Cause anything that goes in there, it dries off all that stuff, right? That just changes the ball game in there dramatically, doesn't it? The radiant floor itself.
He's asking, do you consider it?
It's good,
Good.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's $18,000 of difference.
that's my understanding as well.
And we also understand that we're gonna have, do we think we'll have additional energy savings because of the radiant floor plus the heat versus non-radiant floor and adequate heat?
Where you're really gonna realize the savings is the improvements to the building envelope. Like, we're not,
The extra
yeah,
insulation
like
and stuff.
anyone from Efficiency Vermont is gonna tell you that. You could replace your heating system all day long, but if you're not improving the building envelope, like,
The insulation.
You're not
you
really
You gotta improve the
I
insulation.
had a really nice heat pump at my house, but the insulation in the attic was crap, so
Right.
the upstairs is cold.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's the,
Right. And so we will have heat savings because of a greater improvement in the building envelope by putting the radiant floor in over
and
time.
because pellets are cheaper
cheaper
and
pellets.
their.
And we're
prices
using less.
Far more stable than
Yeah.
fossil fuels, like
Right.
the price of pellets and the price of biomass and electricity stays like this.
Right.
As we all know from the current events, the price of fossil fuel goes crazy
Right.
all the time. And so it's really hard to predict what your fuel cost is gonna be when you're using those systems, but
There's all kinds of wood out there.
And it looks like we can use the
Yeah.
MERP funds to do the concrete as long as we're doing radiant, because
yeah,
it's tied into the
but it's kind of,
Really?
floor.
it wasn't the financial picture that I had hoped.
Mhm.
Yes, we can, but we're spending too much anyway, so it
Mhm.
doesn't really matter.
Might as
Like,
well
if we were
stick with it.
spending exactly 137,000 on, as Lou said, the whole enchilada, then yes, we would make an argument to the state that like, but for doing this radiant heat, we wouldn't have had to tear up the floor,
Mhm.
and they would have covered it.
instead you just spend your 137,000 and then the.
Yeah.
Do lots of work that you have to do.
So
Yeah,
you're doing, so
gotcha.
so in this scenario, because that didn't pan out the way that I was hoping that it would, you're just kind of doing it because it's a better way to heat the garage
Mhm.
and it's a better quality of life for the town employees who are working in the garage, and it's better for the equipment and blah, 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 so.
Okay.
All right, I'll just run through the other scenarios really quickly. So this is the scenario with no radiant. this is a scenario with no heating system upgrades in the town garage, just a floor replacement. And a building envelope improvement in this building, plus windows and that building.
But doing that, we don't spend our.
Right, you have 7,676 in MERP left over, but you're still spending on the floor because you're not doing the radiant. Scenario 5, this is a limited weatherization scenario, so this is only doing everything except, plus the radiant floor, except that we're not in heating the unheated space in the town garage. So doing that, is, around $45,000 to insulate the currently unheated space. And if we wanted to not do that and just leave it unheated, then this is that scenario. And in that case, you still do the radiant floor in the heated section. And then you end up spending around $65,000 out of your town campus fund when everything is said and done.
So 30,000 less than if you did the other room.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what this is. And then this is also a limited weatherization scenario, except you're also not doing the radiant floor, you're doing just the blower heaters. And in this case, you end up spending $50,000 out of your town campus fund.
To me, you do it all, and the major question is, the biggest money question to me is, do you insulate this into the garage or not?
Meaning, do we heat the unheated portion? Right, that's a $40,000 question.
The radiant floor being an $18,000 question is easier to answer. than
Right.
do it.
Yeah.
Do we want this into the garage insulated and heated?
And I should clarify that the radiant floor would not extend into the unheated portion, obviously, because we just poured that floor, we don't wanna tear it
Yeah.
out, so that portion would be heated by the just traditional heaters. But that's included.
So that's a question a little bit for you, as the person who works over there.
You're gonna do it, now it's time to do it,
So if you're in there working,
right? I mean, and we have to heat where the pump is, where the furnace is going anyway. That
Well,
has to be heated, he said.
so in the lime green heat quote, they do include constructing a little room around the boiler, and I
Mhm.
asked him if they would still need to do that if the portion was heated, and he said yes, because it's fire code. So they would, but that's included in their quote right now, that construction of a room around the boiler, so that's there regardless, unfortunately,
so to do the Cadillac version costs us $93,000.
Yeah, and then, so this slide or this page again shows that if you did do that option 2. You would be left with a balance of $91,716 in your town campus fund.
So a
And,
little bit more, 102 is
and
what we have to spend.
I'll remind everyone that we do have, like, there were some planned
Well-
additional expenditures from that fund, including refinishing the floor in the town hall. I think that was $20,000 item that was budgeted for, so there are other things that $91,000 would need to pay for this year. So just take that under consideration, it's not gonna be your balance at the end of the fiscal year. You're gonna
And-
keep eating away at it.
Okay, but, so my question is, once we've done this, what are we doing with the money in the campus fund? Does that make sense? Like, this seems like what it's there for.
Well, yeah, it was also to consider the whole move of operation.
Yeah, but if you're doing this, you've pushed that out a long way. We're not gonna do this
Way.
in 5 years and redo it all.
Right, so.
Way.
This and then start chipping away at way down the road when all of us are gone and have that fund built up. So that somebody down the road can,
From a budgetary perspective, do you care if we do this and your fund goes down to $71,000?
no,
I really-
After this and the town hall improvements, roughly that's where you are, $60,000 to $70,000. Cause this is gonna
Because there's
go over
nothing
budget,
left
you know
to
this.
do
Right.
at that point.
That was my question. I don't see anything else left
There
after
were
this.
some just like space use changes that I think that architects recommended in both this building and the garage. And I think that those could still go forward at some point in the future.
Yeah, they
when
don't-
the
don't have to be
funding is
immediate.
there. Right, the other thing that Lauren and I, yeah, Dan, you were there too, when they came by to visit and walk through the different options, they said that. At some point, if we wanted to, connect the pellet boiler system
To
to
here.
this building. That's not hard to do. So you can put heaters in here that would be essentially like, hydronic, like baseboard heat.
Cause he said these will wear out eventually.
Right,
Yeah,
so
but it-
once cause I mean, these heaters are fairly new, I mean, they're new since I've been here.
They're
and-
about 6 years old.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so I think it doesn't make sense to trash them and, spend money to overhaul the heating system in here again, but once they do fail. You can very easily, well, I think you'd wanna keep the heat pumps for cooling in the summer, but like,
Very carefully. Eat
Right.
this because you got septic between here and.
right. But it's essentially running
It
a
is.
water line below the frost line,
Mhm.
out to here. And the system that they've recommended for the garage could accommodate this additional.
It's actually a pipe that's this big around with two pipes inside it, and it's actually insulated.
Yeah, it's like our glycol system.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's an option for the future as well. But yeah, I mean, it's like, just reflecting on the feasibility study, I think. It feels like we're not really doing a lot with that, which, is arguably a waste of money, but it is there and it is, a future. Town government could look at it to make decisions about.
No, I mean, I don't think we wasted it. We had to know what was the potential, right?
Yeah.
And if we can get ourselves bettered at the expense of $110,000 after this grant, that buys us time to really figure out if everything
Yeah,
restarts.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot of free money and.
I don't wanna pass it up.
Right, we don't wanna pass it up, and I think that it can result in cost savings in the long term,
Mhm.
given the lifespan of the heating system that we're contemplating and, just the building envelope improvements, I think, are, if we did those, that would be a cost savings with the
Okay.
money spent on fuel, I think, regardless, so.
Do you guys wanna make a decision on this tonight, or you wanna think about it for a minute?
Well, I would just like to throw out a thought that for me, to go the Cadillac route, which is sort of where I'm leaning, is really tables the whole feasibility stuff for many years into the future. Like, I don't want us to be thinking about, well, now what are we gonna do about the feasibility study in the next 2 or 3 years?
No, but I think what it does is what Jesse just said, is that it allows us to be in a stable position so that we can say every year we're putting $40,000 into the campus fund, and then in 10 years or 15, you see what I'm saying? As it grows, then in 10 years, somebody else gets to make that decision.
Yes, I see. We still have a plan that could be beneficial
Right.
into the future that we're saving for. We may have other things we need to save for and we may change. I'm just saying, we were all thinking like we might come in here and be, we're gonna put forth a $3 million bond, at the next town
I
meeting.
just don't know how
And-
financially we do that at the moment.
I-
If nothing else, that's what the feasibility study told us.
Yeah, it proved it, it's like, it's great, if the feasibility study came back and everything was $1 million. To have brand new everything's all retrofitted, we might decide to do that as opposed to 111 or 112 for this upgrade. So
Yeah.
it just makes this upgrade really sensible. And, in talking with the town, it's like, we decided to do this and we put the build out on hold or into the future. We're still saving for it, but
Yeah.
Okay. What do you wanna do? You wanna vote on it tonight, or you wanna wait till the next meeting? When do you want a decision?
I mean, whenever you guys feel comfortable, if you wanna think on it, I think that's totally fine. And if there are other scenarios that you wanna contemplate, that's fine.
There's another meeting next week, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
So
that's
that-
Tuesday,
that's true.
you know what I mean, so.
but I think that if we can get Lime Green Heat on the schedule and then get the folks that we met with to.
Yeah, cause there's some coordination here.
There is some coordination, we'll have to, yeah, we're gonna have to connect Steve with Tom at Lime Green Heat and.
Okay.
I'll apply for the Forest Service $25,000 grant, which I'll need to do, it's quite a bit of paperwork, which I didn't wanna dive into unless you guys were like, yeah, I want to. So,
Okay.
once you say yes, I can work on that, and then I can work with EVT, to make sure that, there's no other money that we're forgetting about, but I'm pretty sure this is everything. Unfortunately, there's no money for windows, which is kind of a bummer. But we can do the 10K for each building because they're on the meters.
Do we pull the trigger on maybe the toilet at least for the?
Buy a toilet.
I think you said you would install it.
The toilet has been, I've got somebody coming to do the toilet.
Wonderful.
Trust, I see how it is, you don't trust me.
See, no, you can tell your wife that I took that off your plate.
Okay, I will. That might win me some points.
It, just make sure obviously I know we'll keep everything back, cause I think we can submit that for reimbursement with Merck, cause it'll be like a lower flow or whatever, right? So
Yeah.
like a water saving.
Okay, can you put us on the agenda for next meeting to vote on the Merck
Yeah.
spending? With Megan scenario,
And so,
please.
so how does it work with like the contracts for this big, huge project and these two places? Like,
Yeah,
it's like we approve it, but we need to approve the contracts.
yeah, so once you guys make a decision, I can work on putting together some draft contracts, or I think Lime Green will probably have a contract
Yeah.
that they present to us. I'm not sure about the insulation folks, but I can ask Corey. So for the letterization work and the window work, I reached out to 5 different contractors asking for bids, and this was the only one that came. And
Yeah.
well, there was one that stopped by, but we didn't get a proposal from them. So I would argue that the procurement policy was
You did.
followed in that situation, and this was the only bid that we got. For Lime Green Heat, I think that there's an argument to be made that that's a sole source under a procurement policy, because the heating system that we are seeking out is so specific.
Very few
And
vendors.
yeah, there's very few vendors, and EVT specifically recommended Lime Green because they've worked with municipalities before and have like more commercial industrial kind of experience. So you could make an argument that the procurement policy was followed because we, did our homework to find out who the
Yeah.
right sole source person was, and then made the connection with them. So, but if you would feel more comfortable, Lou, like, I think there are potentially maybe 1 or 2 other pellet boiler.
No, that's not what I'm asking. I was more asking in terms of voting next
Yeah.
week on a number.
Well,
Right, is contingent on what the contract
Yeah.
for the.
Well, you have
numbers
to sort of work, you have to say these estimates will be the contract we're voting as if they are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even, I mean,
is. So we can all keep moving forward, yes.
I think if like. Maybe you don't even need to vote on just the board's intent in terms of the things you want to include. And then once you tell me what those things are, then I can go back to all of these entities
approve the
and get
contract.
draft contracts, and then you vote on a final number.
Mhm.
Once you have contracts to sign.
Yeah.
And everything kind of in place, because yeah, I would definitely recommend that you have contracts with all 3 of these entities.
Right.
And then the vote can be based on that figure, which hopefully will be close.
Because the coordination for the building, needs to happen, but it also has to happen around our operational
Right.
needs.
Yeah,
So to make all that happen,
right, and I can work with Lauren to make sure that Steve can do this summer and can coordinate with Lime Green Heat so that they're all.
I can
synced up.
call tomorrow, make sure these,
Okay,
will be able to.
Yeah.
In there.
Okay.
So I think it's more just if you all make a decision about what it is that you wanna do, and then you can vote on the like.
Individual
specific
contracts as they come out.
Amount, yeah.
Okay,
Cause it's just a bit more legwork, and like I said, I don't wanna move forward if you don't know what you want.
well, we will know next week.
Okay, sounds good, and like I said, if there's any other scenarios that you wanna include here, just let me know, and, or if there's anything else.
No, that's quite the combinations we set up.
This is the coolest package of spreadsheets I've ever seen. Most readable, most understandable, everything. Thank you.
I didn't really realize how many scenarios, would materialize until I got into it.
We're just having fun with
There were a lot, yeah.
it. Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you. My
Okay,
goodness.
good luck, everyone.
We haven't adjourned yet.
We haven't really gotten to the meetup yet. We still got a lot to go.
It is, that's that.
Bye, guys.
Thank you very much.
Okay, highway report. Lauren, you got anything? Oh, he's got a notepad.
Yeah, I'll go through them real quick, Chris is back to work, 20 hours a week. Can lift up 50 pounds, right? Yeah. Guess he's got his return to work now. You know, easements for Thayerbrook, you talked, Dan and I talked about it. But, we're gonna need easements on the property owners up there because for some reason the culvert is 63 feet long. That's outside the right of way,
Right away, it's 50.
Right.
so. Yeah, I don't know why it was made that long, no idea.
So then we would just hire our town lawyer to do that.
Yeah, you can have Jim do it. Yeah, or I can do it, I don't care, but.
Why would we do that?
No. Let him
We
do it.
have a lawyer to do that.
Something else off your
I
plate.
can, you want to email about it or you want me to?
I,
So we need to find out
Let me do it. 'Cause
actually
I'll-
who owns what there, cause does Howard's own the upper side of the brook?
will see that.
You know, cause they own a little bit there, the people in the house.
Reason to bring Jim into it, cause I think there's an issue, because the people who live right there own that garage, but that garage is actually on Howard's property across the road, so.
Boy, you know a lot of stuff.
So this has to be all done like quick.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Jim acts pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I email him this week, he'll get it done.
Okay, well. Anyway, so I thought I'd bring that up, good thing I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Trying to work up an MSHA class with Randolph. And that's what I'm looking into. Phone lines, ain't heard nothing about them on Fire Grove Brook Road.
No.
Should we hire Pat Ross to do a couple hydraulic studies for a structures grant application? In the middle of April? April 15th to do.
The state's not turning him around, he did it once before. We're they like $1,200 a piece for the hydraulic studies or something like that.
mhm,
I don't have a
We
problem.
need to spend it together, right? So,
You
yes.
remember, can we put it under the grant after the fact?
I believe so, yeah.
I'll do it.
Pat will come and talk to us about it later on. The grant application, anyway.
Get him do hydraulic studies and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, alright. Leaf sucker. I'm trying to get rid of it. Cause it's just taking up space. I might have found somebody to take it. Do you remember how much they paid for that damn thing?
Not off the top of my head. I can look it up. That's what you're looking for.
Charles seems to think it's around $3,000. But. I don't know. But practical brand new, they didn't use it. Charles says, I don't think we used it 20 minutes.
Is that for like the culverts? Or what's,
No, they
just to
wanted
clear out
what they-
gutters or,
What Jeff's idea was is suck the leaves out of the
Ditch.
ditch and blow them
Right.
across the road.
right,
Now you just go through with a blower and blow them out.
yeah,
It didn't work well, so
Yeah.
the blower works so much better. So anyway. But Randolph, their sweeper
mhm,
doesn't pick up leaves well. So they figured maybe they could do it with this.
I say
You're supposed to come look at it.
find out what you paid and if what he offered seemed reasonable, do it.
yeah,
Well, he's not doing us any good, it's sitting there taking up space. It's a little
Losing
cash
value
that's
the
in
longer
there.
There for I don't know how long.
Right.
Or if you don't even care what we paid for it, just do what they offer.
I'm just gonna ask how much you paid for it. There you go.
I'm fine with that.
mhm,
And one select board member thought you ought to get half.
And. I sent you. Did I send
Yeah, I
you
gotta
a
fill out
sheet?
that, I got it.
Yeah, okay, so you just gotta send that back to them.
Okay.
And so culvert for grants and aid. Dan's gonna order that.
Said 38 for culvert. That's- Okay.
And so we got all these grants coming up. And this little compactor we have over here doesn't really do very well. I mean, if you put it in, 3-4 inch lifts. It will pack it, but if you put a 8, 10, 12 inch lift, it won't pack it. Okay. So. I. Priced out a 459 pound. Self. Propelled, basically it's got a lever on it, you can make it go forward and back on its own. So you ain't gotta push it or drag it like the one we have. For 79.32 and change,
7,000.
yeah, $7,932.
Where does that go? It goes in like a what? Where does that fall in the budget? Is not highway equipment, is it?
So with buying this, we can charge this out to these grants that we have to. By the hour,
Do we have a?
to get money back on it.
That's on the FEMA list of charges?
Yeah, that's on there, I'm sure. The, so we have the grants and aid one we're doing up on by Arbuckles, and then we got the. On Thrasher Road, and of course, we've got some more grants in Better Back Roads, hopefully we get those. When will we know about the Better Back Roads grants?
I don't know.
Think that's
That might be a question for
April or May, I'm not sure.
or Rita might know.
Is it a piece of equipment that lasts a long time?
Yeah,
So we can bill it out
yeah,
every year, all the time?
yeah, every time we do a culvert project, any size to it,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's the problem that we had with the culverts that Stewart came in.
Yeah, they.
Right, that's the machine,
One of the culverts we did, we ended up packing it because it broke.
yeah.
It's fixed, but,
It's not, is this out of the vehicle and equipment fund? Is that where it comes? Oh, okay. Oh,
you ain't gotta make a decision today, but
Excuse me.
that's everything I have, so. If you wanna move on and I'll put it on my list for next time to make a decision on.
yeah. The only thing I had was I drove by tonight and there is a blown out tire sitting at the front door of the town hall. It's dumped.
A blown up tire they left there? Yeah. Alright, I'll go up and get it.
Somebody can go grab that.
really forgot it when.
Have you looked into how much the shed's gonna be that you want yet?
I have not even.
We got that.
I haven't took the time to measure up what I need and, I gotta come up with a size. In order to do that, I need to figure out, like the trailer probably is the longest thing we have, right, put on the cover up there. And then we got all the other equipment that's.
And honestly, given the amount of grant work this year, I don't know, in time.
Tractor. Up there that's sitting down in the weather.
I wouldn't think about that as an immediate expense, if that's what you're after.
Okay.
I mean, I got all kinds of work this summer doing anyway, so there's nothing we're gonna.
Yeah.
Jump on this summer, it's just, I put that out there so people can think about it.
That's not a this year thing.
Is there an option? I don't really want the option, but like, what's our option? To go rent one?
What do you mean, a shed?
No, a packer.
Oh, yeah, you can rent one.
And then where do you rent them? In Barry?
Yeah, you gotta go to Berlin and get it probably.
You rent it for 3 days and you come back and that costs how much?
Don't know.
$800?
Well, enough,
Right?
and you have somebody driving back and forth.
Right, but it's an $800 rental for one project, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So
That's
just to
all I
put
can call
seven,
that.
just to put $8,000 in context. It's like, we don't really have an option. Ours is broken. We need it. We can bill it out. And it's gonna be cheaper in the long run than renting it.
Yeah.
So go.
Well, hopefully we keep getting, structures grants and
Yeah,
replacing and upgrading these culverts that. Size. I know there's another one up on Battlefield that needs to be replaced there by Jan's old sugar house. That one's in pretty rough shape. Ain't getting any better. Then below Woodchuck Hollow, there's a culvert there that doesn't have to take all the water that comes down that brook.
No, God, yeah, that one's bad.
So, that one needs to be changed. The one just below Woodchuck Hollow Road. Cause when that overflows, it just goes down the road and
yeah.
ruins that hill.
And Thresher's had a flooding problem. Okay. Grant report, Paul,
Okay.
I saw one thing in there.
Yep, we're still waiting on notification for the ARPA closeout. So they're supposed to send out an invitation and I have instructions on what to do once we get that email. So that's waiting to happen. And another piece I have is in support of the grants and aid for municipal roads that Lauren mentioned. It's just a document that if we decide to move forward with it, I filled in for.
Oh, yeah, this thing. Letter of intent to do.
Oh,
Okay,
and that, I think was it for what I had.
And that ARPA closeout, is just, pro forma, right? No money comes.
Right.
Yeah, right.
and then in the packet is this, April 2019
Yeah,
Department of Public Safety closeout.
yep, that is just sort of a heads up that, yes, I'll be working on that.
Okay. Perfect. All right,
That's it.
thank you very much.
But we won't sign that, right?
Lauren, we're doing this,
What's that?
grant aid, 27, grant aid.
Yeah. I'd find something.
Always find something.
But we got time, right? I believe.
This form must be submitted by mail May 1st to indicate participation. Since this is not on the packet, can we do this next time? Not on the agenda?
Sure.
And how about also the certification of compliance for the roads and bridges? Oh, sorry.
Did that not get put on?
It's in the packet, but.
Maybe we put on the agenda.
it's
not on the
on
agenda.
Yeah.
Okay, table that one.
So next time. I'll make sure that's in there. Okay, we already did the MERP. The other thing I added to the old business was the presentation we had. I got an email from Kyle Katz. Following up on the presentation we did, I think at the last meeting, it's been so long. About the tier 1 designation for the zone over in Snowsville. They wanna know a decision on that by the end of March. It wasn't on the agenda, we don't have to vote on it tonight, we can add it to next meeting's agenda. But just so it's on you guys, everyone's radar, at the next meeting, we gotta decide, cause they have to know by the end of March.
Was it specifically Snows,ville or was it all the downtown, like the
I
designated?
think this one was specifically Snowsville, and then next year, they cycle in the other two.
Gotcha, okay,
Because we did this.
this was the head of, yeah,
This one was already done because it was already a village center.
Right.
It continues, the others come in automatically next year.
gotcha,
That's the way I remember
okay.
remember it working.
So, I mean, why would we not wanna do that?
Nobody's gonna take it, it's, like I say, it's the,
It,
like,
it had village center designation.
you wouldn't do it if you were specifically trying to work against larger developments in that area.
Right.
If it goes against the tenor of the community or,
Right. So do we wanna ask somebody from Snowsville Community Trust to come in?
I don't know.
Like,
I mean,
I just can't believe, I would think they would want us to do that.
what I would like to.
But they're not the only property owners.
I think instead of that, if you were gonna really want comment on it, we would put this on the agenda for the next meeting and then we put it to front porch forum to say if anybody wants to comment, this is what's happening in Snowsville. Does that make sense? And then see if anybody shows up. And if nobody shows up, we just decide.
Yeah, the idea is it's incentivizing people to want to build these bigger things
Yes.
by not having to go through all of the
Yes.
things of Act 250.
And I would think that the Snowsville Community Trust would have a distinct view on that, given their plans.
Maybe, but that's not necessarily the residents of Snowsville.
Right,
And this doesn't affect that. Because these are in a smaller number of units than is exempted here,
right.
so it's unaffected.
Okay.
So can we put that vote onto the next agenda?
Sure.
And then I'll write up a blurb. I don't have access to the front porch forum. If I write up a blurb, can somebody put it up? Okay. And then there's a post-town meeting discussion. I don't know what that is. Did I put that
No,
on?
just anything you had to say
Oh, okay.
in the aftermath.
I wasn't there, so I'm trusting you all to.
We ain't got nothing.
Okay.
That means
I
it
heard it
went
was a
smoothly.
I heard it was a fairly smooth meeting.
It was.
Everything was unanimously voted on.
That's great.
There was no dissension on anything.
There
Yeah.
was,
Cemetery
It was?
commission problem.
yeah, there was a couple people that voted yes to the 5-member board when everyone else voted no.
Gotcha.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I missed that, sorry. Stand corrected.
But other than that, everything was.
How did the cemetery commission feel about that vote?
I spoke with Nancy afterwards and she said she was fine because so many people stepped up to volunteer to help in a lot of different ways. A list was circulated that ended up with some 30.
Oh, like a contact list for we're
Yeah.
having a work day.
Yeah, we need somebody to rake. You know, Lou, Chelsea, Dan.
We need people to clean up leaves and sticks and.
I'm not allowed to mow anymore.
Do they want that leaf sucker?
Where do you think they'd start?
Nice, nice name.
I don't know.
He's trying to get it out of his hair, come on. Okay. But otherwise,
Are
it's
you
like,
okay over there?
Real solid question.
You build a garage for the
I
cemetery.
gotta ask your mother if you were dropped on your
That's it.
head.
There's nothing.
okay, it's fairly straightforward. New E911 coordinator, that's coming from the highway crew. Who's that gonna be? Pete?
She said, I don't know, we have to have highway crew to do that now?
We
Well,
talked about it at the
yeah.
last meeting, Lauren.
Yeah.
It only made sense because the highway crew is supposed to go out to new driveways, new curb cuts.
I can't
To make
disagree.
sure they were put in correctly anyway, so
You
why
approve
would it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess if somebody wants to show me how to do it.
I agree, cause I look up the
You're-
directions
you're
every
definitely
time.
the cuts.
Talk
No.
to Chris about it.
I wouldn't do it,
I ain't been here until.
I wouldn't have you do it, honestly, I would have Pete do it.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll talk to the guys tomorrow.
I feel like it's an infrequent enough thing where like, I mean, I've had to
Yeah, I
do
think
two
it's a
already
good
this
job.
year, but I have to look up how to do it every, like what I'm supposed to do and what I'm supposed to give them
Right.
every time I do it.
Right.
So I don't think it'd be any different for them, which is great.
Yeah,
So talk to him, my suggestion is you. Tell him he's gonna do it. But you do what you want, that's my say.
You volunteer him.
I'm volunteering him for the most part. Okay, returning voted town meeting to limit position of public trustee of public funds. Are there responsibilities there that have to be moved, or they are already moved?
No, I don't know where this came from.
Lou
wrote
and I put it on there just to make sure that there wasn't anything we were missing.
No,
I read the statute and, you know, it says that if you don't have a trustee of public funds, you gotta decide where it's going.
Well, I think you already do
I
it, right?
was,
Yeah,
I was told by the lawyer that it just falls to the treasurer.
Great.
like it just defaults
I
to
didn't know
you.
we
Yeah.
had legal counsel on it. That's great.
Okay.
Great.
So,
Mhm.
I mean, you can vote if you want.
Well, I don't think it hurts us. If the statute says we delegate it, then I'll make a motion that the responsibilities of what would have been the responsibilities of the trustee of public funds now become the responsibilities of the town treasurer.
Second,
All those in favor?
Bye.
all right.
And we didn't really change anything, but we made it official.
Great,
Just for you, Jesse.
thanks.
Okay, now we're on to the select board orientation sheet that Lou has put together. You can head out if you need.
I'm gonna, thank you.
I didn't know why you were.
This is just in response to the VLCT orientation and suggestions of best practices.
This is you went to the presentation on this, right?
Yeah, and you know, I mean, they have a select board handbook that's 237 pages long.
God.
And then they've got another one that's 67 pages long.
We
And
used to get one. Do you remember when Holly was here? I got handed a 3-ring binder that was like this thick. And I'm sure it was just a printout of one of these. Well, we haven't done it.
so,
I was the last one to get it. I think I was the last one to get it. That was a decade ago.
so I just put together a sheet that will help somebody get through this. Like, you got to do the open meeting thing, right? Here, there are select board handbooks there that you can, so I tried to summarize it
Links to it.
into something that's just, you know, 4 pages.
So I had like 2 edits,
Yep.
nothing major, all on the same page. If you can remember.
Yep.
So the new board member has to do the. How that class we had to take, yeah, online,
The conflicts?
yeah.
The
No,
conflict.
because he already did it as an auditor.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was down there with us.
Oh,
Yeah,
but Peter
yeah.
does.
Peter
Yeah.
Peter will have to do it as an auditor, yes.
Yeah.
But it's 45 minutes, so I'm listening at 1.5. No, I read through it, I thought it was good, and it's like succinct enough, and it gives you, if you want more info, go to these places.
Yeah, it's just to start having something, you know, I didn't get anything, you didn't get anything, you just come here and you try and figure it out, and that's fine, but I think it's helpful to all of us to have that.
Look it up online, yeah.
Well, I got something, but I didn't read it. Which is
Because it was.
But you had the
it was-
option to.
it was
You
237
learn as we go
pages.
through, it's my
Okay.
standard procedure, just don't forget to
Wing
make your way through.
Learns as you go through.
Luke has my agenda now, doggone it. I'm just messing with it. I think that was the last
So
thing.
that's the last thing, yeah, so
Mhm.
Okay, we don't have to approve that, you just,
Yep,
we do have to approve?
no, correct.
It's a great file.
No, I like it. We'll
So.
go,
Good
we'll,
idea to have,
Payment
yeah.
orders is next.
I'll make a motion to approve the payment order.
Second.
All those in favor?
Bye.
Lauren's ready to go,
Goodness.
the feeling I get.
I'm also
No, I'm
tired.
just.
He's keeping things moving, you know, he's keeping us on track.
Well, the organizational thing takes a minute.
Yes, it did, I understand.
Dave.
I'm not bitching whatsoever.
I think you are a little bit.
Where's the pen?
No, I'm just scared I'm seeing your wife.
Here, Dan.
All right, next time.
I'm gonna make you go to my house and then never what happen.
Nuh-uh, man, you tell her.
I'm driving right by, I'll just haul.
Still Megan's.
You tell her where my fault.
Should they have
I'll
been,
lose.
should have Colin on them?
They should have had Colin, make.
This one has
That's it.
Colin, this has Colin.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
All right, Lou, you got payment orders.
Yep.
Payroll.
Payroll
It's a
warrant,
tiny little pen.
move to approve the payroll warrant, dated February 26, 2026, for the period February 8th through February 21, 2026, and the payroll warrant dated March 12 for the period February 22 through March 7, 2026.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Can tell who wants to leave.
Second.
Tuesdays are long days.
Third.
I gotta do, I gotta sign off on Lauren's sheet here.
No.
Do you wanna turn off the owl?
We're not the road commission anymore.
Yes, I
The
am,
owl showed
until
up.
somebody else gets
What?
appointed.
The owl never showed up,
The owl never showed up?
no. So
But he
it's
was
audio.
He's definitely connected to it.
I had it on Owl. It was
Yeah.
turned on
I
Owl.
didn't see any
Blue, yeah.
pictures at all.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you know what? Cause the video is turned off.
Oh, I was gonna say he has the audio of the owl on, cause it's
Yeah.
not picking it up to the laptop, it's picking it up through the owl,
Hey, there's the guy.
but the video's off.
But you've got the video.
Do you know
You got
why?
the audio.
Simply because we had the video turned off on town meeting. Because of-
Oh, and we didn't turn it back on. You
Yeah.
should have said something, Paul.
You were already
I
started.
don't think it has to be
You're still
video.
figuring this out. They got an audio recording. Okay, I'm gonna end the meeting.